In the ring right now, boy, I tell you what, we got the beginnings of a ring for you. You got the Hornet, you got Tony Falk, you got Tony Williams, and look at the opponents coming this way. That's hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert, Dirty Doug Gilbert, and Brian Christopher. Six-man tag team action to get this one underway here today. I am looking forward to it. You know, Corey, when we start with six-man tag team action, and especially of this caliber right here,
oh, yeah,
you're in for quite a day in USWA wrestling, and I think that's the case this time around.
Indeed. Well, this Brian Christopher, boy.
Hey, if Christopher wanted us to take good care of his belts, there are a couple of interesting belts lying here on the table. There's a unified title from Eddie Gilbert, and there's Brian Christopher's title belt, too.
What a way to start things off, as you said, Dave. Six-man tag team action. Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert, Doug Gilbert, and Brian Christopher. Their opponents, Tony Falk, the Hornet, and Tony Williams. That's the opener, USWA Championship Wrestling. Good takedown from Falk in there. Brian Christopher gives him the same treatment. And Doug Gilbert taken down by Tony Falk. Little celebration for Falk, Williams, and the Hornet over in their corner.
I tell you what, Falk, the Hornet, and Tony Williams come in as underdogs, but with the enthusiasm over there, you'd never know it. They all know in their mind what a huge victory this would be if they can win this one today, and maybe they've got a little extra adrenaline flowing as a result.
Oh, indeed. There's Falk in with the unified world heavyweight champion, Eddie Gilbert. Gilbert is standing, takes Falk, whips him into the ropes. Tony comes over, but
Dirty Doug
Gilbert, yeah.
Dirty Doug
has interfered in the thing. Just caught Tony right in his back there and nailed him and sent Falk down. Now they're both over working on Tony Falk. You see Christopher nailing away on Falk. Boy, these guys, I tell you got to watch them every step of the way. Gilbert nails Tony Falk after he sent him into the ropes and just stomps away, goes to work on Tony in there.
Well, I guess it was just too much to hope for that we could have a match fair and square on both sides of the ring. When you look at the Gilberts and Brian Christopher over here, you have to know that if they get in trouble, they're going to take the cheap shot, and they have sure done it so far.
Already they have, and led Christopher. Big right hand that sends Tony Falk down to the mat that time. He caught him with a big right and sent Tony down. That is Brian Christopher. He's regained the USWA Southern Heavyweight title. And boy, he's some kind of proud soldier here today. Tags on Eddie Gilbert. Oh, they're just tagging between Eddie and Brian Christopher here now. Gilbert falls with an elbow and misses. Tony Falk gets up and out of the way. Tag on Doug Gilbert. Oh, and he stopped Tony Falk. Looked like Tony Man had a chance to get over to his corner, get a tag, and hopefully get a little relief over there.
Well, this is a strategy that will work for a tag team, especially in a six-man team. If you can keep that man from getting to the corner and getting one of his partners in there who is fresh. And they seem determined to keep Tony over here out, away from the tag.
Yeah, indeed. Good point there. Tony still hadn't been able to get a tag on his partner's double elbow in there, and they got Falk down, working him over. Christopher just stomping away on it.
Boy, that Christopher with that silly laugh of his and just taunting his opponent, trying to humiliate him.
Oh! Who's laughing now, Brian Christopher? He went in after Tony Falk. Look at Tony. Gets on his feet, gets a tag. Tony Williams comes in. Oh, what a jump kick from Williams again. Picks up Brian Christopher, slams him down to the mat. Tony Williams climbs the ropes. He's up on the top one. Christopher staggering around there. What a flying press from Tony Williams. He's got him covered. And Doug Gilbert drops down on the back of the neck of Williams. Well, Tony had him coming there, but it's going to be Christopher against the 1, 2, 3 with a lot of interference in there from Doug Gilbert. They get the win.
Well, the dream was not to be. Tony Williams had the pin. He had a legitimate cover. He held him for long past the count of 3, but the referee was distracted trying to get everybody else separated down on the floor. And thanks to the interference, Brian Christopher and your team come out here with a victory in the match today.
You see that, Dave? We did that for you on your silver anniversary. Well, Dave.
Well,
I have come out here today, Dave, because I got a big match coming up this week. Supposedly a big match against Reno Riggins.
Who's that?
Reno Riggins.
Don't take Reno Riggins lightly. He was in here last week and it went through a lot of fine wrestlers to win that tournament to get this title shot.
You're right, Dave. He did go through the tournament and he did win. Now, I don't know if he cheated or not. Probably so. But every week you bring somebody new out to me. I'm the Southern Heavyweight Champion. Every week they want to say, oh, you're going to lose your belt this week. There's Reno Riggins. Remember, it was the Hornet one week. It'll be Joe Blow the next. You bring them on, nobody's as good as Brian Christopher.
I tell you what, you've been able to hold on to the belt. There's no doubt about it. But maybe you want to pay attention here when we're done with the interview, because Reno Riggins has a match coming up right here. And yes, indeed, you better pay attention, because this is a fine wrestler here in the USWA.
I'll tell you what, Dave. Me and my good friends Doug Gilbert and Eddie Gilbert will sit right here behind the desk and we'll watch this match and we'll tell you if Reno Riggins is worthy or not to wrestle me.
Well, here he comes right here, Reno Riggins, with a word for the fans as he heads into the wrestling area.
His life. I'm going to tell you what, Reno, you're in for a good butt kicking when you get in the ring with me.
Real good, Brian.
All right, now he's using my move. Now he's done it.
1, 2, 3. It's over with.
You think this boy is so tough? You think he's so tough? Let's see what happens when he's got some good competition. Hey, Eddie, Doug.
Oh, well, we will. Now, wait a minute. No, not now. I thought you were talking about the championship match coming up here. And 3 against 1?
No, come on. The Gilberts and Christopher. Look at Riggins. He came through the middle there and caught Brian Christopher.
But watch him, Reno. You got 3 tough ones in there.
Whoa!
Eddie Gilbert finally tackles him. And now Christopher and Dirty Doug go after him.
Well, they tackle Reno in there. Christopher went in after him, though. That's 2 times he went up to Riggins. Couldn't catch him. Look at Reno Riggins going to work on Christopher. Oh, what a drop kick in there. There he goes. Reno Riggins, how about it?
Wise move. There's Reno. He took control, and now he's out of here. He doesn't want to get beat up by all 3 of them. He's got the championship match coming up. And, boy, I tell you what, after that display right there, I think he's going to hold his own for that Southern Heavyweight title. We'll be back with more from the USWA in a moment.